Hi, this is Dave with the Stock and Options Room of the ShadowTrader Live Trading Suite, and today I'm going to review a trade in SPX. So we just had the Fed meeting on the 18th, and then we had a really big gap up on the daily chart, as you can see, going into the 19th. So this is a lot of SPX points. You can see we closed at 56.18 roughly, and then on the 19th after the Fed meeting, we gapped up and basically right around 80 points or so. And one of the most important things about this gap up is that you can see it opened right above 5,700. So 5,702 and change is where we opened. And 5,700 is a natural kind of round number. And so, whenever a round number is taken out as support or resistance, then the most important thing it can do is hold it. You can see the last couple days we've just been consolidating around this 5,700 number. So the open was right around there, and then the following day you can see it closed, interestingly enough, right around where the previous day opened, and then there's the close at 5702, and then we were able to close a little bit more above it. So what I'm going to do is, take a look at this more in an intraday time frame, and I'll take a look at some trades I did on the day after the Fed. So let's jump into 5-minute work, gives us a little bit more detail. So I'm just going to grab the day before the Fed and the day after the Fed. And so one thing we can see is a lot of times there's a spike on the Fed meeting. Initially when the news comes out, there is normally this kind of whipsaw action where you have a move. A lot of times it is the upside. It could go either way. And then basically the press conference starts to kick in once the Fed chairman starts speaking, and then there often is a little bit of a fade. But the biggest move often happens after the Fed meeting, and that's what we saw here. So there's the gap up on the 19th, and then a lot of times once you take out some resistance, it's helpful to see what the response is afterwards. So in this case, you can see a little bit of a fade, and it's fading to the high of the previous day. So basically right in through here, you can see that it spent a little bit of time trying to retest the high of the previous day, but then it bounced relatively quickly. And so this was a trade setup that I did in the 0DTE trading room. And so what I put on in the morning of the 19th is I sold basically a bull put that was 56.60. So I could see that this level here retested the previous day's action, and so I sold a 56.60, which was right around where some resistance happened the previous day, expecting that because this was retested here that this support would hold. So I sold the 56.60, 56.35 bull put, and I took in a little bit over $1 for that. So that was a bull put expiring this same day on the 19th. And then, that trade pretty much, didn't really take any heat. There's a little bit of a retracement towards the end of the day. But, I'm also going to discuss a, trade that was kind of a good no trade as well. And basically before we went to new highs, what I could see is that, right around this level in here, we were, basically, just kind of chopping around. Actually, I could draw the level in like that. So initially there was some resistance earlier in the day, and this is pretty much what I was looking at, is that, there was some hesitation to make new highs, right around before we got into the noon time frame. And so, I sold a 57.45, 57.75 bear call. That would basically take in an additional credit, and then that would be legging into a bear call. So I already sold the bull put, right around in here, and then I sold the bear call. But then the important thing to note here is that basically the trade really wasn't working, and a lot of times if it won't go lower, it might go higher. So even though I sold that bear call for $1.30, I closed it out at break even because basically it really wasn't rolling over here. The internals weren't really showing that. But, getting out of that at break even was a good decision before it made new highs. And I was still able to take the full profit on the bull put. So hopefully taking a look at that gave you an idea of, how to structure a trade, even when you're, at new highs at the time. So I hope that helped, and I look forward to seeing you in the room. Take care. Hi, this is Dave with the Stock and Options room of the ShadowTrader Live Trading Suite. If you want to trade 0 DTE options live and in real time with me, click the link in the description below. I wish you good trading, and I'll see you in the room.